morning. What is it? Day 3. Day 3. And night 2 was spent dodging fishing boats, dodging super tankers, and dodging squalls. So not much sleep for David last night. And as you can see this morning, lovely overcast, crappy, cloudy weather again. We've jibed, and I'm now finally, I did it a couple of times and changed my mind, but I'm finally committed to heading south now. We're right on the edge of the abyssal plain, hence the change in the colour of the sea. I would show you the depth, but remarkably, just as we approach, my depth gauge, or my depth sensor, has decided to play funny buggers. So earlier, it was 11 meters. It wasn't 11 meters, but it said it was 11 meters. It was actually 350 meters, which is 200 meters deeper than it has been for the last couple of days. It's about to be 4,500 meters deep. That's the difference. Oh, you can see the nice ocean swell there. Sorry about the jazz music. I like it. Apparently dolphins don't. I had a couple of dolphins come by, and I put the jazz music on and they buggered off. If only I had some French pop music. Certain YouTube sailors believe that sea life is attracted to French DJs. Downwind in 15 to 20 knots. Biscay, following seas, and Messrs Hall and Oates to keep me company. How pleasant. Both Hall and Oates are still with me, and they, as well as I, have noticed that the sun's come out. Hooray! And the sea is now looking blue and tumultuous, but the sun has come out. Oh, everything's a little bit better now. A little bit. Whoops, I think that was the kettle. Excuse me. When the sea state's like this, you have to adapt. So, for example, eat your dinner out of the pan you cooked it in. Yeah. Spend the whole day rocking and rolling. But having good fun. Ciao. Wind clock for the last hour. Average 18 knots. A following sea. Looks lovely. I can tell you, the ride is not comfortable. Story of my day. The wind, shifty and gusty. Peaks 24.5 it says on there. I can tell you I've seen values higher than that. Average 19.9 is about right. Same with the true wind direction. It's been left, it's been right, it's been all around the houses, and I've been struggling all day to find a good sail plan that'll put me on an appropriate course. At one point I was contemplating having to jibe all the way down to Finisterre, which would double the miles probably. But now we're doing pretty good with this not so novel idea of a handkerchief's worth of jib, and that's it. And now we're running really quite deep like this. I've not let it out any fuller because the wind's gusting up to 24, 25 knots, and that will pass the other pilot. And then all hell breaks loose. So this is just nice. I'm doing, I think, 4.5 with the water turns I'll do a bit more over the ground, but it's in exactly the right direction. I'm using the camera not for your benefit but for mine, because normally when I put the camera on the waves die down a little bit. Right now that would be a very nice thing. The winds for the last hour, might as well say the last 12 hours. Good morning. One hell of a night. So it's a near gale with occasional gusts. As you can see, the cockpit has had a nice clean because there's been quite a few of these waves break into the boat. I've got the hatch closed so it doesn't get downstairs, although one of them, timing was exquisite. I popped my head out as it broke straight onto me. So, you know, you may not be able to see this, but there's now two distinct set of waves. One set of waves is coming from over here, and the other set of waves is coming from over here. So that tells me that the wind has backed, and there's the legacy set of waves and the newer set of waves. So, and I can also tell, which is my quick and dirty wind guide, that the wind has definitely backed a little bit. Now what I should do is I should head round with that wind to keep it at the same true angle, but I don't want to do it too early. I want it to be really established in the new direction before I do that. 175 miles to go to Finisterre. We've done 390 so far. Of course, if this had been forecast 4 days ago when I left, I wouldn't be here right now. Such are the vagaries of weather forecasting. Alrighty, so it is, what is it? It is 2:30 Zulu on the 3rd of July, and as you might tell by the red duster out there, we have jibed, and I reckon I can lay the mark. And for those of you who don't know what that means, I think I won't need to jibe again in Biscay. I should stay on this tack until we get to my turning point, which is some way offshore outside of the Cape Finisterre TSS. We'll see. I should get there in no more than 33 hours, and hopefully the wind is going to veer a little in that time and calm the f down. Excuse my language. Next on the agenda, well, no, there's a lot of things on the agenda. I haven't shown you the inside of the boat because it looks like a boat that's been sailing in a force 728. Yeah, there you go, that's a nice one. For the last 3 days. It's a pigsty, but it's a very secure pigsty where nothing can fall about anymore, because everything has already fallen about and been stuffed somewhere where it can't happen again, including me. We are here and we're heading for here. This is my waypoint. It's 137 nautical miles. Now this area, the reason I'm heading here and not going inside here is this is a, I'm sorry about that ETA. Let's see if I can't get rid of it. Oh no, I made it worse. It's nonsense anyway. This is a traffic separation scheme. So these are lanes through which the all the big cargo ships travel, and they have directions north or south, and the dangerous cargo all uses the outside ones there. There is an area inshore here which I could pass through, but to get from here to here means crossing all the lanes of traffic. And that would be like that Frogger game trying to cross the road to get inside here. And then I'm stuck inside because all down the coast of Portugal there is the same lanes of traffic, very busy. So once you're inside it, you're inside it. And if I'm inside it and the weather turns rubbish, the wind drops, and I want to go off on, I'm restricted really. Unless I want to start dodging traffic again, I'm restricted to playing inside here. There is an advantage in the afternoons when the sun heats up the land. It draws the air onshore. You get an onshore breeze, so you'll always get some wind in the afternoons, even if there's no wind in the mornings anywhere. Now I think there's going to be a big hole here with no wind in it anyway, so there might be some merit in going inshore. But lots of fishing vessels, lots of nets, lots of other yachts and day trippers, a lot of traffic. Not the sort of place where a semi-tired solo sailor wants to be spending his time, because you've got to be extremely alert all of the time here. You're running into lobster pots and all kinds of things, whereas out here there's a lot less to bump into, which is why I prefer to stay outside of the traffic lanes and away from all the busy activity close to shore. I mean, if I was just hopping along the coast from one marina to another marina, of course that's where I'd go, but I'm not, because my destination is still a very long way away, very long way away. Yeah, so that's where we're heading to. Now this is known as the off Finisterre TSS, and I'm going to be off that. So this is the off Finisterre TSS waypoint. Well, it is now, and that's the first waypoint in my long route. So we're outside the scale of any of the charts here. So waypoint 1 off Finisterre, off Finisterre. Waypoint 2 off Lisbon. This is Lisbon here, a traffic separation scheme. I'm going to be outside it, and then we're going to risk it. Oh, kettle's boiling. Then we're going to risk it. We're going to come inside through the traffic to go around Cape St. Vincent. Oh, it's blowing a hoolie out there again. Oh, see. The boat heeled and my map turned. I find it amusing, even if you don't. Then we're going to be inside the off Cape St. Vincent TSS, so we won't be off that one, we'll be off that one, off. Then across the Gulf of Cadiz, Trafalgar, then past what's it called, Tarifa? Yep, Tarifa here, and then through the Straits of Gibraltar. Now this is going to be busy through the Straits of Gibraltar, so I need to be well rested by the time we get to here. So there may be some snoozing across the Gulf of Cadiz, although it can be quite busy there. And then we're into the Mediterranean. Now in the Mediterranean, the winds are all over the place. See, there's only two types of wind in the Mediterranean: too strong or too weak. So then we may round all the capes and go finishing in Valencia, or we might have to pop in, have a little rest, then do a bit of day sailing, we'll see. A long way to go. Now, someone once told me that the way to eat an elephant is one mouthful at a time. I have no idea why anyone would wish to eat an elephant. Majestic beasts, protected species. I mean, they have enough trouble with the poachers, so yeah, I'm not going to eat an elephant. But having said that, when you've got a very long voyage like this, the way to cope with it mentally is one portion at a time. And about 30 hours from now, maybe a little less, the first portion, the starter course, will be complete. And that, blimey, then we'll reassess and work out what we want to do next. Oh, anyway, excuse me, I think I have to go.